with this whole judging thing, right? Because, baby, if somebody had a camera in your house, what would your comments look like? A little grace. That's all I'm saying. A little grace. And a whole lot of mercy. Because if we got what we deserve, baby, wouldn't nobody talk about nothing. Mom would be the word.
Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. But I guess you don't know. Girl in the cut, she choose, going up.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Ivy and this channel is Women's Life with Ivy. And girl, we back with another video. So, first of all, I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. We trying to get this channel monetized. Come on, girl, help us out. So look, today's topic is oversharing on the internet. Oversharing. And I'm talking to my girlies who do YouTube, that's new, that's, trying to put their, stamp on the world. Sometimes oversharing can be detrimental. It can bring up feelings and emotions that you're not prepared to deal with. I was watching this young lady. I don't typically watch TikTok, but it was some videos that came up about Talitha James. She's a content creator here on YouTube, and she shared about moving to Houston and how God told her to move to Houston. And at another point, she said she moved for a man. It is possible for God to tell you two things at one time. I'm going to tell you in my experience, I moved here to Atlanta for a man. God will do whatever he needs to do to get you to the place he needs you to be. Now, I thought I was moving here for a man. I end up getting clean. I got 14 years not using. So God will tell you some stuff that won't seem logical to anybody else, because God doesn't work the way we work. Sometimes God has to get you in a position to where he can talk to you. He can deal with you. Like, you're not going to go to anybody else. You have no choice but to lean and to depend on God. And so I was watching this young lady, and, she did a video. I'm going to show you the video.
The story time on why I moved to Houston for a man. Oh, I'm embarrassed, kinda, a little bit. It was a learning experience. You might have to watch this in 2x because I'm not skipping any details. I won't say I necessarily moved here for him, but I moved with the intention of having him. For the sake of storytelling, we're gonna call him Aaron, because I've been watching Love Island and it kind of just makes sense. I need the bowl and all the candy because this is a trauma dump at this point. Aaron and I met in college. So we met through a mutual friend, and then we kind of started developing our own relationship, which kind of makes it even harder because we were actually very good friends. And I realized I was catching feelings for this man, but he was always with somebody, right? And there's one thing I am not, it's a home wrecker. If you got a girlfriend, whether I like her or not, you have a girlfriend. I know my place, I'm gonna stay in it. When the time is right, you're gonna find your way home, it's okay. When he was single, I always picked up like flirty vibes, but then again, I'm not one to like make the first move. I like to be the approached and not the approacher. This man was in my phone talking crazy. I think it was like 2020 or 2021, something like that. He moved to Houston. Turns out they were in an on again, off again relationship. At this point, it was just off. I thought they were broken up. He ended up getting back with his ex. I got my feelings hurt. Whatever. I made a video on TikTok, explaining what happened, and he wanted to have a conversation. So I was in Houston at the time for like the little mentoring event that I had, and I invited him over. We talked about it. We cleared the air. This is when like the Delulu really like light switch kicked on. He told me if I lived in Houston, we could explore a romantic relationship. I do know clearly from God that he was telling me that it was time for me to move out of my parents' house. Now, was he telling me to move to Houston? No. I just think it's so important that when you hear from God, you hear everything, because sometimes there's commas and we want to put a period where there's supposed to be a comma. I moved out here like the very end of August, beginning of September of 2023. Me and Aaron were operating as a couple and I was ecstatic. I loved it. We've been playing situationship for 2-3 years. So I'm like, now's our time to shine. Like, it's finally happening, you guys. I did it. We did it, Joe. We did not do it. Another red flag I should have known is I practiced abstinence, some form of abstinence up until I moved to Houston. But when I was with that man, abstinence out the window. I said, what, huh? Not that Aaron wasn't respectful of my boundaries, but I was not respectful to myself because I allowed him to throw me off of my spiritual journey. And I had to realize that God is so much more important than a relationship. God is so much more important than a man who chose his ex over you twice, and then you moved out here and now you're throwing away your relationship with God to be with a man who isn't even your man. I was never his girlfriend. Stand up, Talitha, stand up. And let me tell you something. I stood on business. I said, look here, sir. You're great. I think I love you, but I love God a little bit more. And I want to be abstinent. I'm practicing abstinence till I'm married. And if that's not something you're on board with, we're going to have to end this. We had conversations about marriage, about kids, about a future. And I moved out here with the expectation of a serious relationship. And I'm not faulting him, but I'm faulting myself for not being able to communicate what I want and then walk away sooner. Not everything you go through, God puts you through, but everything you go through, God will use it. I still pray for him. I still wish him the best. I hope that whoever he's with, if he's with somebody, that he treats her well and that they get married and that he gets the wife in the relationship and everything that he deserves. It just wasn't me. And that's okay. It happens. It's a part of life.
Yeah, so she did this video and she was talking about this guy, and I guess she did about 3 or 4 stories. I don't follow her. I mean, I follow her on TikTok as far as like you click the follow button, but I don't typically, like I said, be on TikTok. I post on there every so often, maybe once a month, you know. But anyway, because people were talking about her on YouTube, that made me go to TikTok. And so when I watched her video, I had already heard her talk about this young man. So I get it. She was 21, 22, something like that. I was almost 40. So I get it. You know, people will look at you on their couch, in their home, with their whole house and life upside down and comment something negative or derogatory on your video when you chose to share this information with the world, right? So she did another video where she was crying because she was reading the comment of everybody saying all this negative stuff. Me personally, I love watching her videos. She's a young girl, and it's not a whole bunch of young girls on YouTube that I watch. Now, I will subscribe and catch a video here or there, but she's one that I will watch every video. I just like her vibe. Her father, her mother, you know, she's very family orientated. So she had a podcast that was called Biblical Baddie, but it ended up being somebody else's name, so she ended up not using it. But for me, let me just say this. When I share something on the internet, I don't care what y'all do with it. Y'all could dissect it, flip it, stretch it out, put it back together. I don't care what you do with what I share, you know, and that comes with age, and that comes with wisdom, and that comes with having thick skin. You know, when you so young like that, being young as she is, she's 24 now, but being so young, what people say tends to matter, and it might have you in a position where you feeling like, I shouldn't have said that. Like, you just want to get in the bed and pull the covers over your head. And I was watching her. So this is the video with her crying.
This is not the video. Oh, hold on. I already know there's going to be people who stitch this video and use it to weaponize me even further, but I'm going to just be real with y'all. Usually I try not to, it's gotten to the point where I don't even use TikTok anymore because every time I open up this freaking app, it is Talitha Jane hate. Jesus. Did I have to learn the hard way? Yeah. And the whole reason I document those things is because I know I'm not the only person who's actually really cared for someone who they weren't in a relationship with. I learned how to love myself through that process.
If there's two things I'm never going to apologize for, one, it's loving God publicly. Second, I've been close with God pretty much my entire life, but it wasn't until I moved out here and everything happened that I have gotten super close with God and realized that, wow, God is actually amazing and I need to start living my life to reflect that.
Okay, so now that y'all seen that was just a little clip. If you want to watch it, go on over to TikTok. But I was so glad that this young lady bounced back, because she put another video up, I think like 2 or 3 videos, and here go a little clip.
I have never in my life wanted to disappear so badly, but then I'm like, people doing better than you will never try to bring you down. So while y'all were busy bullying me on the internet, I was working on my business plans. I guess would be a perfect time to announce my rebrand of my clothing line and my podcast, which is called Fine and Favored. Me and a Bob go together so bad. And my mom had me at 38. And it is like such a big fear of mine that my parents and my one grandparent won't be able to be around when I get married and have kids. Maybe that's why I'm so male-centered. I love my...
And so I'm so glad she bounced back, because baby, this internet is just like the world can be cruel and is cruel, this internet can be so cruel. I've had people say all kinds of stuff on my comments, and it's like, that's your opinion. And until you get to a place in your life where you understand that people have an opinion, they're going to say whatever it is they want to say. And they feel like they have that right because you open your life up to them on the internet, like you gave them a front row seat. You know, so I commented on her post and I told her that I love her and that she's doing an amazing job. And she has not done anything that any of us have not done. She just chose to put hers on the internet. So you got to be real careful with this whole judging thing, right? You gotta be careful. My mother used to say, how can you clean out my backyard and you ain't cleaned out yours? You know, just because you look at somebody and you be like, oh, I wouldn't have did that, oh, she dumb or whatever. Ma'am, you are not on the internet sharing what you did. Like you got 3 baby fathers, right? You ain't sharing that. You ain't sharing how he don't come and take care of the kids. He don't even see the kids. The kids don't even know who he is. You don't share that. And I'm just giving that as an example. You know what I mean? Because in this society, in this culture, women, girls, people feel like they have the right to say whatever negative connotation that they want to, and you're just sharing a part of your world. First of all, you made the choice to subscribe. If you subscribe, you made a choice to tune in. Turn to something else. If you don't like what you're seeing, turn to something else. You can't get on ABC and comment what they doing on their shows. You can't comment on BET what they doing on their shows. A little grace. That's all I'm saying. A little grace. And a whole lot of mercy. Because if we got what we deserve, baby, wouldn't nobody talk about nothing. Mom would be the word.
And 2, even understanding that, because some people be like, God can't disappoint you. You know, he's a good father. He is, you know, and he has the best intentions for you. His plans are to prosper you.
Yeah.
Bring you to an expected end. But your life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. We gonna keep this? I can't even reach it, bro. This is...
You know, so I just think she's a beautiful young lady. And for anybody that's starting out, anybody that's in this YouTube game, right? You gotta know your position. You gotta know why it is that you're on the internet. What is your purpose? Because if you're here because you want to get a check, baby, you might need to think about that again. Because you might be on YouTube for some years and don't get a check. You know, that's the reality. Just because you get on, because they got this thing on TikTok. Who was it? Risa Tisa? was talking about her husband. I heard the YouTube girls talk about her. I haven't really, I think I maybe watched maybe one or two, and I don't know how many parts she had to it, y'all. It was too many for me. But they getting on talk about my husband was gay and I just found out and all kinds of stuff. Some stuff you might want to keep to yourself. Now, this is just a little bit of advice from a woman who's been around the block a couple times. Let me just say that some stuff you might want to keep to yourself. If you ain't willing to deal with the backlash, if you ain't willing to keep scrolling, don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. You know, I'm just a seasoned woman where I've gotten some thicker skin. Do some of the comments bother me? Yeah, but that's your opinion. And y'all know what they say about opinions. We all got them. We all got them. So, you know, just be mindful. Let's try a little kindness, you know, because this young lady, when I tell you this young lady has persevered, and she had a YouTube channel, and I think she had almost 3,000 subscribers. Not 3,000, 300,000 subscribers, and her channel got hacked. That baby took her L. She straightened up her crown, and she got right back to it. You understand what I'm saying? So let's not judge. Because, baby, if somebody had a camera in your house, what would your comments look like?
Oh my God.
Just ask yourself that. If somebody was videoing your life, what would be in your comment section? You know? So, anyway, you know, I wasn't going to be before you long, baby. I always say that, though. But I wasn't going to be before you long. I just wanted to get on and just, you know, talk to my YouTube girls, the younger girls. You know, I see girls, they got 200 subscribers. I was watching this girl yesterday. She got 75 subscribers. I subscribe. It is free to subscribe to help the people that choose to live their life. This is just a cautionary tale. You know, I did YouTube for almost 2 years before I got a check. But I'm different. I'm different. I know everybody say they different. I'm different. I do YouTube because I love to do YouTube. I love to turn my camera on. I love to talk. Baby, this is a production. Life with Ivy production. Women's Life with Ivy production. Let me say that. So when I turn on the lights, camera, action, it's just like a TV show. You know, and I love to share my world with y'all. So that's why I do it. And I did it, like I said, almost 2 years before I seen one dime from YouTube. So know your motives, know your audience, know your purpose. You don't have to share everything to get people to like. And if you're gonna do these videos, just know when you're doing your titles, make sure your title match your videos. That's all I'm saying. Just make sure your title match your video, because people will unsubscribe to you so quick. That's what they call clickbait. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to be that type of individual that say one thing and do another, because that's what it is. So we want to practice some integrity. So I just wanted to come and talk to my babies, because I see the girls. I see y'all. I don't see everybody. I can't watch everybody content because, baby, some of that stuff I just can't watch. Now, that's just me. But, honey, that's because I'm in a different age bracket. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in a different age bracket. I don't really want to see girls at the strip club doing a money count. I don't really get into that. You know, no, I think my window of stripping has passed. So anyway, ladies, I'd like to say thank y'all for watching. I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video. Help a sister out, like I said in the beginning. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate you. We growing. I have some other topics that I've been suggested to do. So if you got something you want me to talk about, let me know. Put it in the comment, put it in the chat, and I will meet you in the chat. I talk back. I respond to every comment until I get a situation where I'm not able to respond to every comment. On my other channel, Boo Bougie, hey Savoir Fair. On my other channel, Boo Bougie, I got a short that it has over 300,000 views and almost 5,000 comments. I couldn't comment to all of them. They was coming too fast, you know. But we're a small channel right now, and I am. And even because I think on my other channel, I have a little over 9,000 subscribers. I comment on every comment. You comment, you talk to me, and I'm going to talk back. That's what we're going to do. So, ladies, thank you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
You can never be what I am, but as long as you with me, that's what it's gonna be.